goal today would be to see if we could make you more effective in the presentations that you make, that you could win more business. You won't win them all, but you could have a higher hit ratio. That would be a victory for us today. Okay, well, let's keep going. These are the 4 ideas that we're going to try to talk about today, and so this is the summary slide. I'm going to be breaking down each of those points. The first point you can see is that I want to talk about this idea of conveying trust and value. The second idea is I want to talk about is how to customize your proposals to make them more effective. I want to give you an idea related to the use of a tool called a Gantt chart. Just out of curiosity, how many people know what a Gantt chart is? Okay, so about a third, we're going to talk about that. And then I want to talk about the value of practicing and how to practice. We're going to talk about role play a little bit. Okay? So the first idea that I want to share with you is I want to talk about this idea of value and trust. So I'm not going to close, we're not going to have a handshake unless both trust and value exist. But that's a universal principle. That's a universal process. Just think of the things that you have closed on, whether they've been a bagel this morning or a new car yesterday afternoon. Value and trust have to exist. So really, I could just simply say to you, we're making proposals here today. Proposals are typically the step that immediately precede the buy. So my question to you is, as you make your proposal, what are you doing to convey value and trust? Those conditions have to exist. How are you accelerating, enhancing, providing clarity on those 2 issues? What's a quick way of building trust? What's a quick way of building trust when you're getting ready to make a proposal? Yeah, Steve? Sorry? Okay, so that you reviewed it in advance, right? They go, wow, this guy spent some time on this, I don't see errors. What would be another way?
Well, that's to the same end. We write up a list of things and then review them and ask the client, do we have this right?
Okay.
Step away so they know we've actually paid attention and we have facts right.
Perfect. So that's the old, I don't care how much you know until I know how much you care, and what you demonstrated was care, right? You called me and were concerned that I was tracking along with what you were thinking. Did you want to comment?
I offer references.
Okay, great. So references is a testimonial, in effect, right? That you can trust me because these people trust me. I frequently say this in my consulting work. I say, tell me the questions that you would want answered when we're done. Can you see the mind of the prospect at work here? This is really what they want to gain clarity on as a result of spending time with you. Remember that the point of the proposal, you guys know in sales funnel, right? You got to make a certain number of calls in order to get a certain number of meetings. You have a certain number of meetings to make a certain number of proposals, to get listings, etc. So I'm here to ask for the listing. I'm trying to get us past listing. I'm trying to get that listing, right? Because I committed myself to a philosophy that I want to work on exclusive assignments, just like you. So I really want that listing. So my issue is not so much the presentation, what form it's in. My goal in life is, has this been effective? What do I have to do to be effective? So there's a guy named Don Miller who's written a book called Story Brand. I recommend the book to you. And he says, look, you got to make your client into the hero. When you start telling about your 17 offices, your 1,700 people, your 4,500 properties sold, what you're basically saying is, I'm the hero. We're the hero. So if you start out with, I'm the hero, and I'm here to help you, then what you're really saying to the prospect is, you got to adapt to me. That's the way we do it. And I just wonder whether that's the way to get your highest hit ratio.